Hello there, I'm Coach Abby. Thank you for joining me today on Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel created uniquely for you to assist you in navigating through any relationship issues while simultaneously focusing on personal growth. Today we're taking a difficult yet important topic. Can we really forgive, forget, and repair a relationship after infidelity? Infidelity is obviously one of the most painful betrayals we can experience in a relationship. It can shake the foundation of our trust, leaving us wondering if we'll ever feel whole again. But the real question is, can we move past it? Can we find the strength to forgive, rebuild, and maybe even heal the relationship? This is an incredibly personal journey, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But today, I would like to tackle the normal emotions we feel when we're betrayed, how we can respond in an emotionally regulated manner, and how we can decide whether or not to try again. It's important to raise some important questions along the way about trust, boundaries, and behaviors to help us determine if a relationship is worth salvaging or if pattern that we need to address, if it becomes a regular pattern. When we experience betrayal in the form of infidelity, the emotions we feel are overwhelming. We often experience a mix of anger, confusion, hurt, sadness, and a deep sense of loss. Trust is the core of any healthy relationship. When it's broken, it's not just the relationship that's shaken. It's our sense of self and security. Here are some common emotions we experience. Let's see which one, if any, you resonate with. Shock and disbelief. Infidelity often leaves us feeling in denial. We can't comprehend what has happened. Anger. We may feel angry at our partner, ourselves, or even the person involved in the affair, which typically has really nothing to do with this. The hurt and pain, the emotional pain of betrayal, it's all-encompassing, leaving us feeling crushed and betrayed. Rejection, often infidelity, makes us feel like we are not enough and that we've been replaced in some way, triggering feelings of deep rejection. The guilt sometimes internalize the betrayal. We sometimes think, what did I do wrong? Or was I not good enough? And then add to this all the confusion surrounding it. After the shock, we may feel torn between wanting to heal the relationship and wanting to walk away for our own emotional safety. The question I'm most often asked by my clients dealing with the negative effects of infidelity is, Abby, how can I be expected to respond, as you say, in an emotionally regulated manner when he cheated on me? The emotional turbulence after infidelity can make it difficult to respond in a measured or regulated way. It's easy to act out on impulse, whether that's lashing out in anger, shutting down emotionally, or engaging in destructive behaviors. But emotional regulation is key to moving forward, whether you choose to repair the relationship or walk away. Here are a few strategies to stay emotionally regulated during these moments of intense emotion. If you've seen many of my videos, pause. Pause is such an essential behavior before reacting to a moment. Breathe, step back, and gather your thoughts. Instead of immediately confronting your partner with accusations, give yourself the space to process it. Acknowledge your emotions. Recognize and label your emotions. Say to yourself, I am feeling angry right now. Rightfully so, or I am hurt. This creates emotional awareness, which helps you regulate your response. And communicate clearly and as calmly as possible. Express how you feel without attacking your partner. For example, instead of saying, you ruined everything, you can try, I feel devastated by what has happened. This opens a dialogue without triggering further defensiveness. Seek support. I always truly believe to talk to a good friend, preferably also a relationship coach that can provide emotional clarity and offer perspective as you sort through your feelings. Practice along the way self-care. Infidelity can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Make sure you're prioritizing self-care during these challenging moments. If you decide to try and repair the relationship after infidelity, and trust me, you can and it works. Finding the strength to do so is a monumental task, though. You'll need to ask yourself some very critical questions. Do I believe the person is truly remorseful? Can I build trust with him again? Do I still want a future with her, even though they've hurt me? It's important to realize that rebuilding a relationship after betrayal is not about forgiving and forgetting. It's about healing and moving forward together. So here's how to find the strength to try again if you decide to forgive. Remember that forgiveness is a process. Understanding that forgiveness doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and it might take time to fully heal. Forgiving your partner is more for you than for them. It's about releasing that weight of resentfulness that we carry. We have to set new boundaries. If you decide to continue the relationship, set clear boundaries to ensure that trust is rebuilt. This includes open communication, transparency, and respect for each other's emotional needs. Seek help. An experienced relationship coach can be an excellent resource for navigating the recovery process after infidelity. A therapist can also guide difficult conversations and provide strategies for rebuilding trust. Build a new foundation. And in order to rebuild your relationship means not just fixing the damage, but creating a new foundation built on trust, on respect, intimacy from the ground up. One of the most important questions to ask when considering whether to repair a relationship after infidelity is this a one-time mistake or is it a recurring pattern? So if it's a one-time mistake, sometimes infidelity happens under certain circumstances and the person may generally regret it. They might have made a grave mistake, but really within are committed to making amends. If they show genuine remorse, are willing to work on themselves and make a concerted effort to rebuild the trust, there may be hope for that relationship. However, repeated patterns of infidelity, marking a recurring behavior, signals a deeper issue. Whether it's a lack of commitment, communication problems, or emotional immaturity, in this case, it's important to question whether this relationship can truly be rebuilt or if it's time to walk away. After infidelity, trust is often shattered, and it's natural to wonder if checking your partner's phone or social media is necessary. But while boundaries are important, it's equally important to rebuild trust through open communication rather than constant surveillance. Let's raise the question. Is it healthy to check your partner's phone or social media? Constantly monitoring someone's phone or social media can become toxic and counterproductive. It's important to address the root issues, why you need to feel the need to check, and whether your partner is genuinely committed to earning back your trust. Trust must be rebuilt through transparency, not surveillance. What about being on a dating app while separated? My opinion is if your partner is still using dating apps while being in the breakup phase, it demonstrates a red flag, specifically after an infidelity. You might possibly, be very, very skeptical whether they're fully transparent, whether they're really remorseful. You need to have that honest conversation about expectations and boundaries. Without a doubt, infidelity is one of the most challenging obstacles any relationship can face. It will bring up intense emotions of anger, hurt, and confusion. However, as I mentioned, it is possible to forgive, heal, and even rebuild a stronger relationship because it requires deep self-reflection, emotional regulation, clear communication, and mutual effort. You have to ask yourself the tough questions. Is this a one-time mistake? Is this person truly remorseful? Do I feel I can trust them again? And remember, rebuilding trust doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. And if both partners are willing to put in the work, there's hope. I am always here to help. Please book a one-on-one session with me. And trust me, I will walk you through the path of self-healing, of the art of rebuilding trust, and most of all, learning to put your emotional well-being before everything. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below and share any comments regarding this or any other sensitive topic. I will address your questions as soon as I possibly can. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.